We oftentimes try to use logic or problem solving, and it escalates things further, but we keep doing it. I don't know why we keep doing non-productive things over and over. But this is where I come back to the story with my son. So remember, he marched down the stairs. You never leave me a note in the middle of the night. I hate homework, and my birthday isn't for 9 more months. Was his left logical brain online at that time? Was it in the room? It wasn't there. He was having a right hemisphere sort of tsunami at that time. It was not logical. And my instincts were to give logical left brain responses. And I know if I had done that, he would have marched back upstairs with his arms folded, feeling like, I don't understand him, I'm so mean, and it would have taken him a long time to fall asleep. What I did instead was I did this first strategy in the book, connect and redirect. Now you can think about it in terms of connecting emotionally before you redirect behavior, but we're actually talking about something deeper than that. We're talking about connecting right hemisphere to right hemisphere first. And then when that happens, we can bring the left hemisphere back in. We can move our children to a state of integration. And here's how that looks. You see here, we're talking about connecting using a lot of nonverbal communication. Pausing, using our tone of voice, using touch. And then we're going to redirect by we're going to redirect the left hemisphere to join the picture. And we're going to do problem solving, we're going to use logic, we're going to set boundaries around behavior, these kinds of things. So the way that looked then, and I do plenty of things poorly as a parent. At some point today, I'll probably tell you a moment where I didn't handle things well. But in this moment, I was effective in addressing the behavior and also making him feel cared for. So the way it worked, he said, and my birthday's not for 9 more months. I pull him to me, and his arms are still folded. He's not interested in embracing. I pull him to me and I do this. Sometimes it's really hard, isn't it? And he says, yes, because you left a note for Luke on the roof of the bunk bed, and you didn't leave when he was sick, and you didn't leave one for me. I would have missed that, right? I didn't remember that. I would have missed that had I just sent him upstairs. And I said, and you wanted me to think of you then too. And then I took another breath. And he said, yes. And he wrapped his arms around me. Now this interaction that I just told you about was about 30 seconds. The connect right brain to right brain took about 30 seconds. And then I said, I could see his posture change. I could see the shift in him. And then I said, would you like for me to leave you a note in the middle of the night tonight? That's left brain, right? And he said, yes, but you can't leave one for Luke. I've got to make it fair. And I said, and tomorrow, why don't we talk about making homework a little bit more tolerable? And if you'd like, we can plan the theme of your next birthday as well. But it's getting really late. Let's go on up. I'll tuck you in. Is that okay? And he said, yes. I walked with him up the stairs with my arm around him, tucked him in. He was asleep a few minutes later. So the whole interaction of the stomping till back upstairs falling asleep, feeling connected, cared for, and having the experience of having a non-integrated brain move to a state of having an integrated brain. And remember, Dan said that mass experience, mass practice is what grows the brain, what changes the brain. So I used this opportunity to make a shift, help him shift back to a state of integration. So his brain gets practice doing that. So this is an idea of connect and redirect. Does that make sense? You guys with me? Okay. So that's the first strategy, connect and redirect. And it may be, in the moment you may think, now wait, what am I supposed to do, connect right brain to right brain? You can think about it in simple terms in terms of connecting emotionally and maybe not using so many words.